Yo, what up? This is D Knight, and you're listening to the Pardon The Insurrection podcast. My oh my, we've had so much going on. For starters, in case you missed it, we've got a new addition to the Pardon Pie family, Tara Dublin. Make sure you go follow her on Twitter at Tara Dublin Rocks. Also, pick up a copy of her book while you're at it. Make her day, The Sound of Settling. A very fun and interesting read compared to the things we talk about on this podcast. But yeah, we're heading toward the do or die time for the 2024 election. Go ahead and hit up JoeBiden.com. Get that man like $1 a month or something. Help his campaign staff up and get prepared to try and save our democracy. And make sure to grab like one other person you know and tell them about the podcast. Make sure they subscribe and tune in every single week. We got a lot of things coming up for you this year. We need all the support that we can get. So if you do your part and help us grow our audience, we'll do our part and help elect Joe Biden in 2024 and save American democracy. And this is the Pardon the Insurrection podcast. Hey, this is D Knight, along with my co-host Carolyn Ty, and you're listening to the Pardon the Insurrection podcast. What we do have upcoming is a special Ask Me Anything segment that I normally participate in on the Twitter. It is called Ask a Negro. In case you're unaware, for any of you white people out there, Negro is an outdated term used to describe the black community, the black peoples. We usually retire that. I use it in a sense of irony.
And for anyone out there who might not know, D Knight is black. Yeah,
that's also fair. Like it's particularly accurate description to me. I'm black. So I can use that. If you're not black and you don't know what the proper necessarily setting or circumstances are for you to say the word Negro, I suggest you don't say it out loud. You're allowed to read it. If I write it, you're not allowed to say it out loud if you don't know when and where that's appropriate. Just a bit of caution for you in the future. I might get canceled, but I can save you from getting canceled if you just take my advice there.
How old would an old white person have to be to get away with the word Negro? Like, is it one of those where you're like, well, she's 102, or like what age is like where you just kind of put it off as like they're old, whatever?
It would have to be older than whatever Trump's counsel was in his second impeachment hearing, post coup, where his lawyer said the phrase live on national TV as he was standing in the Senate chambers. You'd have to be older than that. There is a context where it is acceptable. Like if you're reading and like it's the identity of some sort of body, political or financial or otherwise, like, the United Negro College Fund. That would be an appropriate and acceptable use of the term Negro. If you like hanging out on the street and a black person walks by, you do not say, "What's up, my Negro?" That's unacceptable. Just refute.
When I see that, like, you see like old advertisements from the 20s or good night, I love you. Then how's your throat feel? A little hurts, okay.
Oh,
sorry,
little guy.
So, and then they will say like, "No Negroes allowed," or something, where they're like, "Ooh, boarding house, no Jews, no Negroes," or other things that are saying, "Oh, now hiring Negroes can't apply," or just whatever. And in my mind, it never hits the ear right. And I'm always looking and I go, they really thought they were doing something by not putting nigger.
Oh yeah, the hard R is unacceptable in any form or fashion.
But they were really patting themselves on the back that they used the term Negro. That proved they were not.
Look, black people also use the word too. They would refer to themselves, or their, I guess the entire black population of America in general as the Negro. Like, I don't like it either. It is dated for sure. And again, like ironically, usage here, not intended to be anything you take seriously or even use in your day-to-day vocabulary. Don't do that. All right, let's find out some questions here. What have you ever considered running for politics? Well, I unfortunately have a porn star in my past that I'm not very proud of, and so I am hereby disqualified for serving in public office. Only white people can get away with that. Apparently, rich, well, pretending to be rich white people seem to get away with that. I don't know how that works, but it must be nice. Another one of the right white privilege things. Hey, look, I didn't have to pay her though. I didn't have to pay her $130,000. Nothing came out of my pocket. She was off the clock. It's terrible. I'm so embarrassed.
I mean, you didn't say she was a prostitute,
Oh,
so why
well.
would we think that? None of us were thinking that. Maybe they were.
Okay, and by star, I mean she wasn't like a star. She just happened to be in one or two. I'm so embarrassed. Good
Why?
God. Okay, everyone's asking me, why did Donald Trump fly to DC tonight? I have no fucking idea. I mean, is anything's possible?
Reckless speculation.
I mean, maybe they're about to raid his fucking DC properties and he just like, all right, let me show up for that. I don't know. Who knows? Does anyone have any rhyme or reason as to why Trump does whatever the fuck it is he does? No, we don't.
No, but did you see the picture and the video of him getting off the plane?
No, there was a video. I missed that too. Like, who knows?
He arrived to like a sheriff's department and they escorted him into what looks like a government vehicle. He wasn't handcuffed.
Is this real? I don't even know.
Yeah, and he was in golf shoes. Like he didn't even change. Though I did see suitcases come out of the plane. So
okay, well, at least it wasn't boxes of classified information. So I whatever, we'll take it. Yeah.
See, now I'm gonna dream all kinds of weird stuff.
Of course you are.
I hope it's better than finding out that I was Ron Johnson's biracial daughter.
No.
That is a terrible nightmare. Oh God. Russian Ron Johnson. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess anything's possible.
It was my dad, and I had a whole backstory. His sister, who grew up in the house, like because of some crazy shit. So I don't know what the hell or why Ron Johnson was even on my mind. Like that was just wild. That was awful.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. I don't even understand why. That's terrible. You deserve better. Like, if this is the one case in where I wish your dreams don't come true. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could have been worse. I could have had Ted Cruz and anything. That would have just been downright embarrassing.
Grossing me out. Hey, you're trying to make up for the giant breasts you had going on in the background there earlier. That's what happened.
But boy, is it juicy.
Oh, good God. All right.
It's so good. I can't lie. I cooked it perfectly, the perfect amount of time.
I want some.
Yeah, you're making me hungry. I don't even have the munchies.
Can I put it through the... where was I at? Oh, have you guys seen where they can build 3D houses?
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. They take the giant printer and it just like goes around in a fucking circle and builds the house up level by level, and by the end of it, you got like a whole fucking thing. It's.
I was like, cause I don't remember where I was, like what I was reading or what, but I was like, wow, this is crazy. Yeah,
it might be the future of affordable housing. Who knows? Maybe, fingers crossed. All right,
I was talking to my daughter and I go, what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing multi-generational households. Maybe one family takes the bottom, or somehow you work it out, but you live together because people won't be able to live separated.
Yeah, won't be able to afford housing because the shit is so goddamn expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And, people, it's like a, what do you call it? Like a negative kind of trope where it brings a negative connotations to mind when people say affordable, because people have equated affordable with project housing or in their mind, poor people. But the average home price in San Francisco is $750,000. Affordable's a $300,000 house in that area.
Right.
It's not some freaking.
I mean, it's like that here.
Trailer.
Yeah.
We're not throwing a trailer park in the middle of, your neighborhood. And even if so, that doesn't mean that the people living in the, that area, but it's just, it's the wording. And as soon as people hear affordable housing, like that's.
Yeah, they think it's like some dumb, but I mean, affordable housing is just, housing that's either subsidized by the government or the price is affordable enough for like the low income earning families, or just like inexpensive housing units. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be the ghetto. It's like not every affordable housing complex is the hood per se. Let me get to some more questions. We got see what else we have here. Everyone's asking me why Trump is it's 47 of 100 questions. I don't know. Okay.
I think that's a question of only a black man is suited to answer from
right.
They're asking it there.
Like I'm the magical Negro with all the answers. I don't know. No one knows. Anyway, Rena Malaire at ReneaMilare asks, the Seahawks will do better than people expect, won't they? Oh, great seer. Your quarterback is Geno Smith. You're in the NFC West. Hell no. Let me find another question on it. Moon in Philly, at Moon in PH asks, or rather says, I saw two different names suggested here on Twitter for knighted former guy, as in former POTUS, as in F POTUS, as in fuck that guy. Do you think it will be Sir Ender or Sir Lies-a-Lot? Of course it has to be Sir Lies-a-Lot. I mean, I feel like that goes without question. Jackalope, what's your Twitter handle? At Jovial Jackalope asks, indica or sativa? Being that I am the least weed savvy of the three of us, I'm going to defer to you two. Indica or sativa, kids?
Both.
Yes is the answer.
Yes.
I don't know much about sativa, except it's the opposite of indica. But I did get a hybrid for the first time, and I like it. I don't think it's bad. It's half sativa, half indica.
Yeah.
So I guess
50,
indica
50.
helps go to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want like an upper or like something to help you relax? Which one are you?
Well, relax. So indica's for me because I have insomnia.
Oh yeah, you need something to bring you down.
Yeah. So, and I can't, get my Xanax from India anymore. So, long story.
We'll save that for the next episode. Yeah.
And so it's either like take a handful of like Benadryl every night, but yeah. So definitely the indica.
Right.
It helps a lot, and it's nice.
Yeah, I don't need the sativa because it gives me OCD. Like, so if I'm like watching TV or something, and then that kicks in, I'm like in the TV. Like if the movie is playing, I'm like in the movie. Like I'm in the movie. Like not as an actor. Like the thing is happening for real, and I'm in it, and this shit is happening to me. I don't need that. Yeah, let's go on something. Taram Pratt, or rather at Tara M Pratt 6 asks, have you seen Kimmy Gill whatever dance? Yes, and I wish I could unsee it. I will have to bleach my eyes should I ever.
She was, oh my gosh, that rally.
Yeah, it was bad.
In Kentucky, Ron Filipkowski had posted his eye. This is Kimmy, and I ended up on a trending topic that took me down this Guilfoyle rabbit hole. And boy, it was just, I'm looking at her and like, she not only is it the same dance, And I just doing the shuffle with her feet.
But she's in heels, though. It's wild.
and all I kept thinking is like, man, if she just fell backwards, like right now, like doing this stupid ass dance, that she's doing, and then she twirls that circle, and then the half circle thing, like using her foot because she can't, she's no ballerina.
So what you're saying is that you wouldn't pay her for a lap dance.
Someone said, man, that she's like the old stripper. They only let work the day shift because she's been there for so long.
She is dancing at lunchtime during the lunchtime special,
and only on
people
Monday.
are coming in to get the half price wings and apps for lunch at the strip club. That is so bad. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, okay. At what?
But I'm just trying to, like, do her kids recognize her? Because their dad is a sane person.
You mean, do they recognize her after the plastic surgery? No.
But just in so many ways, because they had to know what she was like when she was married to their dad.
Oh, you mean, do they recognize her as a person?
Like, yeah, just like, period.
I don't know. Bitch, strange to me. She's always been weird, but she was weird when she was on TV. Also, is it me or does she look like Christina Bob a little bit? Anyway, I'm sorry you even brought that up.
Maybe they're all morphing into one. All the brunettes assemble.
I mean, I guess. Well, I mean, look, they do have the Illuminati lizard people conspiracy theory. I guess they are the fucking aliens. I don't know. At Wet Kisses Bitch, that's a fantastic handle. Asks, do you ever wonder what happened to that translator? I wonder that all the time. I wonder whatever happened to that translator who was with Trump when he was meeting with Putin in private. I want to know where are those notes? What was in that shit? Were those some of the documents that he flushed down the toilet or that Mark Meadows set on fire at the fireplace? Yeah, think about it regular. Well, not regular. It comes up. I think about it. Let's see here. At West Coast Kathy with an I. Ask, what are the chances of Biden riding a bus to the Queen's funeral service? Hell the fuck no. So apparently Charles has asked that heads of state not take their private transportation from the airport to the Queen's funeral, and instead that they all bus together. And that seems like a target, or rather a high value target for some terrorist shit. I've seen this movie. London Has Fallen. I don't want to live it. I don't want to live that. Yeah. I'm going to go.
Okay. So you think Prince Charles has really lost it?
Well, I mean, like he lost it in that one. Yeah, he's fucking out of his mind. Like, bro, you got your goddamn mind.
Maybe he's got some like First England next the world, like kind of like Powerpuff Girl, evil villain stuff going on.
I don't know.
Now that he's the king.
I think he's just tripping. Like he's not even thinking that the Secret Service is gonna be like, nah, son. Hey, Carol, you're not a Negro. Feel free. You're an honorary Negro today. You can comment. You don't have to feel left out. We love you too.
I love you too.
What? Well, then wait. Technically, wouldn't I be a negress?
Let's see here. At King,
because I've seen that.
Hey, I don't want to get into it.
That was Ty.
Someone's going to get in trouble listening to this without their headphones on.
Because whenever people would use that, I think that was the kind of their way of saying like uppity, whatever. Because
look, hey,
it didn't matter.
Take it from me. Let's move on. Let's.
Just wondering.
At King _nothing_23 asks, why did Tom Brady unretire? Well, you see, what had happened there is there was a plot to get Tom Brady to the fucking Dolphins, requiring him to retire from Tampa Bay to get an office a front office job in Miami to work with the Dolphins, and then to step down from his position in the front office and go play for the Dolphins. It was a pretty fucking ridiculous scandal that didn't seem to get any attention. I don't know why it didn't blow up. It should have. I feel like still in the most decorated quarterback, however you feel about his fucking political leanings, it should be a fucking huge ass story. No one give a fuck. Let's see. On to the Rambler. At underscore the Rambler, I do believe. What's your favorite smoke? Well, sir, I generally do not smoke or inhale any kind of actual intoxicating substances. I just smoke a lot of weird shit on the internet. Let's see what else do we have here. At Karen in SoFlo, I'm assuming that's South Florida. You're Florida Karen. I would change that screen name immediately. Does Cannon, as in Judge Cannon, overseeing this fucking potential special master appointment, still think she's important? Yes, the bitch is too big for her britches. Is Trump here, rather there for his inauguration because I don't know. I don't know why he decided to choose this judge. I imagine like there was some kind of fucking private communication back and forth between him or his lawyers and this judge before they even raised the shit in her court. Because she's ruled in his favor remarkably consistently. It seems to be some kind of fucking setup, some kind of okey doke. But we ain't stupid. We see the okey doke for what it is. Let's see what else we got here. At what is this? Why? Pedro. Okay, I get it now. Sorry, at Pedro Oro Blanco. That is PDROOROBLANCO. Asks, why do you believe Bannon wouldn't enjoy prison showers? Have you seen him? Pull up a picture.
I think that this tweeter person is insinuating that he might like the sex part, but
the prison showers.
Listen,
I'm thinking just like showers.
Listen, that's not that far fetched because think about it. The way he paddles around.
Hey.
Chinese.
I'm moving on.
That Chinese billionaire. What the hell is he doing? Naked almost.
It's that was some weird shit.
At 4 a.m. It's like, dude, you just hanging on the yacht with your buddy.
Hey, look, we don't judge anyone's sexual proclivities or any attraction to. No, we're just like, hey, man, this is some weird shit.
He's a really grotesque.
Yeah, I mean,
human being.
I don't even want to think of.
If there ever was a peach tree dish, he threw in it. Serious. I'm serious.
Is that that's a Marjorie Taylor Greene special, isn't it? A peach tree.
He knows what a peach tree dish is.
Good God. Good Lord. Let's see what we
lunatic.
See what we have here. What else we got going on? Juliana Iman Architect, at Ms. Blueprint, Ms. with a Z, ask, why isn't Warnock winning by 10 points? I don't get it. Well, granted, Herschel Walker is fucking batshit crazy. But it's Georgia. It's, I mean, outside of Atlanta, it's predominantly a red state. You have some wacky characters down there already. They're already familiar with Marjorie Taylor Greene's work. So Herschel's actually not that far out there by comparison. But gas was high as fuck for 5 months. And if you give it a couple of weeks, I'm sure things will start shifting Warnock's way. Yep, give it some time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that we give too much credit to people's intelligence. How can people vote? How can they? A good solid 28% of the country, believe probably that JFK Jr. was coming back. So it's not they don't value. So that's not a downside to them that Herschel is like doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't know about Herschel, but as far as believing JFK Jr. is still alive and he's going to come back and run as Trump's vice president, that's some total white people shit. Yeah, like no black person's out here being like JFK Jr. is alive, and even if he was, he's a fucking Democrat. Like he's not. Yeah, okay.
It never makes sense.
No, and they were like at Dallas, in Dallas waiting on him. It was fucking.
No, they were waiting for JFK Senior.
Oh, they were waiting for Senior. Oh no.
They were like, and he's still alive. And I'm like, dude, he'd be, if he didn't get shot in the head, he'd be like 102.
Yeah,
no,
okay,
I think it was 103.
At Deep State Coup asks, which of Trump's inner circle do you think will serve the most time? I actually have an answer for that. Given that Steve Bannon is already about to be on the hook for, in minimum 6 months for contempt of Congress, as well as probably 5 to 10 years for this fucking build the wall fraud scheme. He's definitely going to spend the most time in prison because they're also going to get him for the fucking January coup and probably any other number of financial fraud schemes once they convict him on this shit. I mean, if you two have any other ideas of who might max out as far as prison time goes, feel free.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, and the only reason that I think it'll be him, at least for right now, and not Mark Meadows, is because Mark Meadows is an informant.
You are so right. Mark Meadows is trying to stay out of jail. He's been quiet for the most part for months, and we're like, damn. Well, I wonder what happened to Mark Meadows. Is still alive? Yeah, he's cooperating. Number 2 in line is Roger Stone because he's probably going down for seditious conspiracy, as well. But he doesn't have this fucking fraud shit steering him down.
These people just really was out here just looking their pardon horse in the mouth. And then they went out and they fucked around again.
Yeah. Yep. That they did. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, excuse me. I don't have COVID. I have a cold. If I sound congested, it's not the variant. It's the regular shit. Do we have any more? Oh, at Langley Juliet, that is Langley Juliet, asks, any estimated time when you're going to smoke the Russian military forces in Ukraine? Why, yes, actually. I've been taking diligent notes of this counteroffensive that Ukraine's forces have launched against the Russian forces, and the drastic retreat they've undertaken, traveling thousands of miles back towards the Russian border. I'm just waiting to get the word from Zelensky that Russia's fucked. That or Putin getting assassinated by his own people, the oligarchs of the Duma, or the mob for that matter. I mean, they can't be happy about this. Either or. So, and I'm assuming that's coming soon. Things are looking bad for the Russian army. It's so bad that even on Russian state-sponsored TV, they're like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, that they are. Let's see here. Get off my lawn. That is at you_damn_kids. I only read this one because that fucking handle is hilarious. Get off my lawn, you damn kids. Why don't we ever hang out? Well, sir, I don't know where you live or who you are because you don't have a profile picture. You have a cartoonish old man as your avatar. And so that might be a hindrance as to us hanging out, sir. Plus, I'm busy. I work a lot.
He's busy that day.
No, not that day. Just in general, I work a lot, like family time and like just fucking podcasts. And, I'm on Twitter 12 hours a day. That's a second full-time job. He also asked, and oh yeah, why is Trump in DC? Everyone's asked this. I don't know. No one knows. We'll probably find out next week when there's some unsealed, indictment or search warrant revealed to us in court. Who knows? Who knows? What what else do we have here? At Angel RE 963860095. It's a bunch of fucking numbers. You need to change your handle. Asked, or rather states that you're an awfully handsome fellow. Is this picture truly you? With a red heel. Yeah, it's me. Yeah. Okay. I don't think this segment was intended for you to flirt with me. It's for you to ask whatever. Anyway.
That was for the other segment.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we'll not be doing that segment ever. Is at David Hellier. That's David HELLYER and the number 5. Asks, is now the time for the USA to get back to being ruled by the I think let's try that the other way around. We spent a couple hundred years under British rule. Maybe they would like to be our subjects for a change. How about we give them a taste of colonialism? What say you, sir? What else do we got here? Man,
we're gonna annex England. So,
I mean, it's only fair. So they did a lot of that. I mean, it's only fair that they get a taste of their own medicine, right? No, you don't think so? Maybe not. I could be wrong. I don't know. I think I'm running out of questions here. It's hey, usually you fuckers ask me like 4,000 questions, and it's such a struggle to even get to the answers that I like fall asleep like an hour long into the damn thing. And like angry, I'm like, 30 minutes, but that's a lie. I just go until I can't anymore. Cause I love you people. Y'all my peoples. I support the peoples who support me. But do we have any more questions here? I don't. Doesn't. Yeah, I think I've no wait. At Diaper Dan 72 asks. That's a wonderful name. Wonderful handle there. Hot dogs, ketchup or no ketchup? Well,
mustard.
Yeah. Yes, that is the correct answer, sir. Mustard. Mustard is the answer. Ketchup is welcome, but if it doesn't have mustard on it, I'm not eating that shit. Let's see.
Another vote for mustard.
Yeah, we've unanimous mustard. At Anna Rasia, I guess that's ANARAESIA, asks, who are some of your favorite accounts to follow on Twitter? Well, that is a good question. Considering I follow like 40,000 people, I could give you a whole ass list. I don't know. Mola She Wrote. That's my homie. I follow her. She currently has Carol blocked. Which I find hilarious. It's just that's great. Christopher Boozy, that's at C Boozy. The CEO of Bot Sentinel. He's fucking incredible. Also his product is amazing. It is probably one of the most important services as it pertains to Twitter that's not offered by the company. Like that guy. Laura Rosen. That is at L Rosen. She's a foreign policy reporter in DC. Also my journalistic crush. It's not like in a romantic. I mean, she is pretty, but like, you just follow some journalists. You're like, I like that one. Yeah, she's pretty fantastic. She stays up on the foreign affairs and whatnot at Politico. You guys have any suggestions for other people? No, I'll keep going. Andrew Wiseman, former prosecutor on special counsel Robert Mueller's team. He's a pretty insightful, entertaining guy on the Twitter. Pete Strzok. You may or may not remember him from the torrid affair that was aired on national television by the House Judiciary, where they tried to tear his ass a new one. Fuck those guys. I love that guy. Not necessarily for his work as it pertained to getting Flynn or fired and later indicted, but actually for his work as a fucking spy hunter in his years at the FBI. He was very involved in a prolific spy case with oh damn, Ty, do you remember what was that operation called with those foreign spies who were embedded? No, they were actually sent over to maybe say Canada or here as children. But actually,
and like American style. You know what I mean? Like they were like groomed.
Yeah, they like raised as fucking, you're basically American kids, but they're really Russian spies.
Yeah. I can't think offhand.
Let's see. I gotta Google this because this thing was fucking incredible. Goddamn, why can't I remember this case? I'm gonna go back and look that up later. We'll add that one to the list. Like I'll come back and do more of that. See what else we got. Any other popular people on Twitter that you two are fond of that you follow?
You, Ty.
Oh my God.
I thank you. I was gonna say Dan Rather.
Oh man, yeah. Dan is better on Twitter than he was on TV.
I think he's fantastic, and I like his little bit of snark
for sure,
and whatnot. But he always drives it home.
Yes, he does. Oh, and of course, shout out to @AngryStaffer or angry_staffer. I mean, who I basically stole his Twitter Ask Me Anything from and just put a black ass title on it. I think that does it for the Twitter accounts to follow, or at least that I'm fond of. I mean, there's more. Like, to be fair, I follow a lot of fucking people, but I also read a lot of these people's shit. I like a lot of people. It's impossible to name thousands of people who I'm, fond of or familiar with on the internet. It's very time consuming to try and keep up with all this shit, but I do like read your responses or try to. Like, I'm busy, but I do what I can.
In response, our favorite person is you, the listener.
We love you, listeners. Like, hey, you know what?
All 10 of you.
Okay, you say that. Look, I don't know how it goes with like podcast audiences. I'm sure because just the nature of the podcast, the fact that it's not quick. It's not like Twitter where you can look at the fucking tweet and scroll on by in a couple of seconds, or like TikTok where you're watching 30-second long videos. It's quite a commitment, 30 minutes or so. And just the fact that we have 400 or 500 people listen to an episode, and we just started this and we don't promote it. We're just like, all right, here's the episode. Listen to it if you want to or not. We don't care. Like, the hundreds of people even listen to this, like it's heartwarming.
That is actually.
I'm very appreciative. What I find really funny is, like, I'll upload an episode. I don't even get to tweet about it yet, and like 70 people have listened to it by the time I'm like, all right, it's been like 2 hours. How did you motherfuckers even notice things? Like, thank you, people. We appreciate your support. It's very heartwarming. With support like that, it's very motivating. You're the reason why I would like to continue doing this, possibly beyond the midterms. Thank you. We appreciate it. Again, like and subscribe. Tell all your friends to like and subscribe. They don't actually have to listen, but they can download it. That helps with the algorithm and shit. Yeah, thank you, people. You're fantastic. What do we have any more? I think we're on a lot of questions here. Yeah, I think that does it. Well, I guess that concludes this particular instance of Ask a Negro. Do you two have any closing thoughts you would like to share? Weed is good. Yeah.
No, I'm just, it's just, I'm trying to stay in a positive frame of mind, but every day gets closer to election day, and then I find myself just like getting anxious. So I feel like we're up against the clock. I'm like indictments, you know, what's going to go on, because whether or not we even have a January 6th commission hangs in that balance.
For sure.
You know, and then two of the people on there, you know, Liz Cheney was beat, and it was like, who could really take her place? And I thought Carolyn Maloney, but then she gets primaried by Nadler and she gets knocked out. Because I thought Swalwell and Carolyn and Representative Maloney would have been great replacements for Kinzinger. And so that's like been on my mind. Like I said, the fate of the January 6th committee and all of the other investigations that are ongoing through with the different departments. Just like, is the world going to stop on election day? That's pretty much like how moving forward, you know, whatever the results are, it's going to set in motion like where we're headed and then what. So that's kind of been overtaking my thought process.
Yeah, granted, I feel this. I mean, I don't feel the same way per se, but I do feel like if Democrats lose the House come November, they will only have a couple months window to get all this work done. And as we can see, like as far as the investigations go, it's a fucking sprawling, massive undertaking, and they're not. They can't be close to finish. And that would be a huge detriment as it pertains to getting information to the public. It wouldn't be the end of the Justice Department investigations, but it would definitely be the end of the congressional inquiry. And not only that, I feel like Republicans would weaponize these same committees and use them to smear the Democrats, Hunter Biden's laptop, blah, 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 so on and so forth, counter programming as they want to do. Carol, you have any closing thoughts?
You know, I'm always about the optimism or less about optimism and more about just staying active and working as hard as we can to get the goals we want instead of lamenting them in advance. Also, I think we're going to kick ass and I'm going to put in a random plug for myself and say, I'm going to the fucking Capitol.
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday.
Congratulations. So, you will be present for an inauguration.
It's yeah, I don't know if they're called inauguration or just swearing in, but
swearing in, yeah,
if we get this in time, check for me, you know, watch the swearing in of the special term congressional elect members. But one of them is from Alaska. What does that say, man?
Oh,
yeah, and she's
a Democrat from Alaska.
Yeah, give it up. Put your hands together.
And the Dem from New York, and the Dem from New York 19, who was supposed to lose. I think, you know, stay in the game. I think we're gonna fucking win.
Yeah. We can do it. Yeah, we got a shot. My closing thoughts. Let's see here. Give me a second to kind of put this together. I think okay, so Rick Scott, if you're not familiar, known fraudster, stole billion, or at least $1.5 billion from Medicare, is in charge of the Republican Senate National Committee, if I do have that correctly. And as such, has spent a ridiculous amount of money from the committee's coffers and came up snake eyes. He spent quite a few millions of dollars with nothing to show for it. And now the committee is struggling and they don't think they'll have the resources over the next few months to provide the support to their Republican, conservative Senate candidates across the country. And we'll have to pick and choose which races they're willing to support and which candidates they're willing to put forward and try to win some vulnerable seats and districts and if not, keep their 50-50 split, expand it. It's not looking great. They're out of money. And another issue with that is because Trump has spent the last 2.5 years endlessly fundraising and raping his donors for every last penny. They might not have more. All those resources might be tapped. There might not be any more resources to draw from their conservative donors. Thank you, Trump. You finally came in handy for something. All your grifting has diverted funds away from Republican PACs, to the point where they're not able to actually support their own candidates running in the 2022 election. And of course, you're not going to spend your money on them either. So you might be the key to giving Democrats the edge they need to come out ahead in both the Senate and the House come November. By the way, all that money that Donald Trump has managed to amass to his super PAC, that PAC is under investigation. It's been a grand jury and panel. They've subpoenaed multiple people. I think we covered that earlier. Should they find criminal activity as it pertains to the PAC operations, they could close that PAC down and seize those assets and those tens to $100 million that could have gone towards the Republican candidates in the 2022 and 2024 elections will be gone. It will have vanished. And that, my friends, is irony staring Trump in the face. All the support he could have had in Congress, he will likely not be able to take advantage of because he stole the money from his own people. Yeah, good job there, bro. You're a fucking champ. So with that said, I think things are looking much better for our chances come the November election. Maybe we can keep the House. Maybe we can expand our seats in the Senate to give Biden some help to pass more, effective and useful legislation, fix some more of these issues that we're dealing with, voting rights and so on and so forth. Fingers crossed. But as with these special elections that Democrats have recently been successful in, it takes you to vote. You can't just hope it takes care of itself. You have to get out there. You have to cast your vote and encourage the people around you to vote. I'm wouldn't say prominent on Twitter. I have a number of followers. I will be starting my daily campaign asking you to vote, and I hope you all do the same. I think that concludes my closing thoughts. Do either of you have a shithole of the week award candidate that you would like to nominate?
All I'm probably gonna go with Jim Jordan because I just hate his face. Yes, he just always looks clammy, like he's got the meat sweats, just always. And that though no amount of deodorant will work, that even after he gets out of the shower, he still has the stink on him. God, he's done nothing in 15 years. Oh my gosh, him.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair.
I'm gonna go with this is like not related to anything except my personal animus.
Fair
but lately,
game.
Tom Fitton, man, that guy pisses me off. The project, he's Project Veritas, right?
Yeah.
And he's like all acting like he's a lawyer all the time. Where he's like, I'm a quote unquote expert, and it's in his bio and everything. And he's always on there with this tight shirt saying dumb shit. Like it's just a classic example of like a white dude with a good haircut, like commanding authority that is not warranted at all. And he's like, listen to me. I have a tight shirt and I have a bachelor's degree in English. And I can tell you my legal analysis is that this is bad and stupid. Bad.
Fair.
Anyway.
I see his Twitter posts constantly. He's fucking annoying jackass. I'm totally on board. I have a nominee.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I believe once I give it to you, you're actually going to change your votes and agree that this is the unanimous winner of the Shithole of the Week award. Sure. It is Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John Roberts, in attempting to defend the legitimacy of this court, which we all know is illegitimate. I mean, we had multiple seats stolen. One Merrick Garland, who Republicans might actually regret not granting a confirmation hearing to, had his seat stolen under the Obama administration because I believe the excuse given was, "Oh, we shall not confirm a Supreme Court nominee in an election year," even though it was months before the election. And then, surprise, surprise, 2020 rolls along. It's weeks before the election. Actually, early voting has already started, and their Republican president does, in fact, get to appoint Amy Coney Barrett, and they give her a confirmation hearing and the vote and install her weeks before. And considering
we want you to use our words against us.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the fucker. Your court's already illegitimate, and y'all are up to shenanigans, and y'all are overturning like decades of established rights, just throwing out all kinds of legal. You're a fucking shit show, and so is your court. Shut the fuck up. Thank you, sir. You are my nominee for the Shithole of the Week award. What say you two?
I'll take it. Mine was just like a Twitter for the week. So,
hey, look, but in fairness to you, he's been fucking annoying this week. Good God.
Yeah. But he's like a wholly unserious person, so I don't have to worry about him as compared to John Roberts.
I mean, Carol, we're wholly unserious people.
And I'm not worried about myself either.
That's fair. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This has been Pardon the Insurrection. We'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop recording.
Yep. And
all right, guys. I'm tired.